In the case, what is the seek and destroy side charging Landon 9 with
We are
on the seek
coming
and destroy
forth
one
with
side
3 counts of possession. Yes.
of contraband? Yes. Okay, Mister. What say you for your charges?
Your Honor, we would like to charge them with defamation, unlawful search and seizure, theft of an animal, of a pet, and also trespassing. That is all, Your Honor.
For any of this to make sense, we need to explain how Walvtopia functions. Each person you see before you represents a country. Each country chose their respective product that only they may possess and grow. Now, for example, the United States of Cog has the rights to carrots, while the nation of Skitan has the rights to wheat. If a civilian of Skitan is found with carrots, they can be tried for possession of contraband in the court's house. There are also a series of other laws that you've just seen. Enjoy.
You may state your case.
My client, Mr. was seeking refuge in a dire time when he stumbles upon a shelter. A shelter with no trespassing signs visible. He locates food. He locates a cute little pet that was not very well secure. My friend seeks refuge, finds some food, and what does he find in these chests? Contraband. 3 counts of illegal contraband. After this, the alleged kidnapping, this creature followed my client to his destination just look at him. You want to follow him? After seeking refuge with him for the last night, of course, I'd follow him. And that is all I have to say, Your Honor.
Mr. Togo, you may approach the bench and state your case.
Mr. Seek and Destroy over here barged into my client's house without permission. I would like it to be known that it was his private domicile, and he shall not be harassed, like Walter White once said. Anyway, he does not need a no trespassing sign to have no people in his house, understood? And the alleged, as he says, kidnapping did occur because he left a sign saying, pay reparations, otherwise you will never see your pet again. That is all, Your Honor.
Togo, you may call your first witness to the stand.
My first witness will be Seek and Destroy. So, you said that you were taking refuge in LJ's house. What were you
Yes.
taking refuge of?
It was night. There were monsters around. I was getting attacked. Any sane person in the middle of nowhere, I was lost, would seek refuge in a comfy home where they are safe and warm.
Well, I would like to point out that Seek and Destroy not being prepared is not the fault of my client. He has no right to be in my client's house. Next question. You had abducted LJ's axolotl. What was the reason for this?
When I showed up to the house, I was not certain that anybody was home. So I saw an
Objection,
axolotl
there's
all
no
by
proof to
himself.
abduction.
Actually, there is proof. I will be getting to that.
I walk in. I'm not sure whose house this is. It could just be an abandoned building I found. I see a lonely axolotl sitting in a 2x2 water source. That's not a home for him. That's animal cruelty. And I bonded real well with that axolotl. So I decided, he's my friend. He's my pet. I'm going to save him from this terrible situation and bring him with me and give him a better life.
So you decided to take this axolotl. The proof behind you having malicious intent behind this taking is the fact that you left a sign that my client read. It goes along the lines of, pay your reparations, otherwise you will never see your axolotl again.
Objection.
That is not true.
What is your
What is your
objection?
objection?
There's no evidence.
There is evidence. My client
This is
saw
all
it.
hearsay.
Eyewitness account. It's all eyewitness. Who is the eyewitness account of this information that you say?
My client, LJ09.
Question asked.
Your Honor, I would like to submit this as evidence.
Hey, sit back down, sir.
Okay. What
The
would you like to show
3
to the court?
potatoes that were in his chest of mine. Stolen. It's contraband.
These are the 3 potatoes that were found in LJ09's chest, you claim.
Yes.
Be seated, Togo. You have no further questions. Skeeter, would you like to talk to your client while he's on the stand?
No,
and
I'd
try
like to
and
call
get
LJ
truth?
to the stand.
You may begin.
My first question for you, Mr. LJ. Do you have no trespassing signs posted?
I do not have no trespassing signs because it is my private domicile. There is also no law or anything that says that we need that. That is not my fault for poor construction.
But I would like
Of the
to
Minecraft
add
server.
something. If you take a trip to the nation of Skitan, surrounding it are signs of no trespassing. My point is you stated that there wasn't a law. Therefore, there's no good or there's no bad. There's no side you can fall on a law. If there is no law, therefore no law was broken.
Hey.
Okay.
What are you
Okay.
asking?
Okay.
What are you
Okay.
asking here,
No,
Skeeter?
that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. You can still. It's okay to be in my home. That's fine. But there is no pretense for having to go into my chests and search.
What
Well,
say you to these claims, Skeeter?
Well, now this statement's been changed. It originally started as trespassing.
I never said about trespassing.
He did, not you. Your lawyer did.
I have
You-
written down that I have LJ is suing Chris for the defamation for illegal search and seizure, trespassing, and kidnapping.
Okay. Well, I'm not talking about trespassing now.
We'll
So-
drop the trespassing charge.
Are you willing to accept these terms?
Yes.
Both sides.
Yep. I'll get it dropped.
Drop
Yeah.
the trespassing charge. So the trespassing charge has been dropped.
Any other questions?
Was this animal in a suitable cage or pen?
I had it in a 2x2 of water.
To
I
know.
feel like it was suitable.
You had a hole in the ground on your front lawn.
Yes.
Is that your final question, Skeeter?
Yeah.
So Togo, you may start.
So, you claim that he did not have a suitable living space for his axolotl. So, how about the bucket in the chest that is kept in currently?
You don't have to answer any questions.
Is that a suitable living space? A bucket is not more suitable of a living space than a 2x2. A bucket is less than a block.
Togo
Sorry.
and LJ, to the charge of 3 counts of contraband, how do you plead?
Not guilty,
Not guilty,
Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Okay. Currently, you guys have defamation, search and seizure, and kidnapping. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
To all 3?
Yes.
Okay. Let's...
Wait, Your Honor. I confess.
You confess to the
I
3
did.
counts of contraband.
I did have contraband. I had never used the potatoes. I had no intentions of using the potatoes. It was merely a bad situation.
But that is not the charge. I need to compile my evidence, and I will have the verdict. On the
Yes.
count of 3 counts of contraband, I sentence you to 9 emeralds paid to the opposing side.
9
Yes, Skeeter.
emeralds for 3 counts of contraband of potatoes. My client lost profit.
These stolen potatoes, I could have planted 1,000,000 potatoes from these 3 potatoes that he has taken.
Contraband, I would say, in a foreign country, is a rather serious offense. I'll give you 2 options, LJ, for your punishment. The Seek and Destroy side has raised their pay to 15 emeralds, or you can do community service for Seek and Destroy for 1 Minecraft day or 3 tasks. You may take your pick on whichever you like to do
I'll do 15
and pay
hours,
your
Your
fine.
Honor.
You'll take the 15 emeralds. Seek and Destroy.
Yes.
On the count of defamation, you are found not guilty.
Yes!
On the count of illegal search and seizure, you are found guilty by all counts. You will be charged 10 emeralds for the illegal search of Landon's property.
Sidebar. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Sidebar. That's some bullshit.
Sidebar.
On the count of
Sidebar.
kidnapping, you are found guilty by all counts. You will be
Oh.
charged 5 emeralds.
Ah.
You are both being charged currently of 15 emeralds, so there is really no win. Now, I would, however, like to go back to the Landon side. Under the circumstances of which I have heard, which are eyewitness accounts, I would say that you had put this animal, labeled Abel, in an unfair environment, and for so, I will be charging you 5 emeralds on top of your 15. Seek and Destroy. I
Yes.
will say, however, that I do not think that you put this axolotl in better conditions. You and LJ were even at 15. LJ got the charge of 5. He was up to 20. I charged you with an endangered animal, which is up to 20. I'm going to charge you 7 emeralds. And then that is all. You owe Landon 7 emeralds.
For what?